I want to talk about obesity today. We're still the number one obese nation in the world. For 75 years, we've been following the government's and the doctor's advice, exercise more, eat less, because obesity is caused by eating too much and not exercising enough. Well, following their advice and pontifications for the last 75 years, we've climbed all the way up to number one. We're the number one obese nation in the world. Well, that tells you, obviously, their theory didn't work. And so what is obesity? Well, first of all, I want you to get a hold of that book, Hell's Kitchen. The subtitle is The Cause, Prevention, Cure of Obesity. The Cause, Prevention, Cure of Obesity. That's right. We know the cause, prevention, cure of obesity. Remember, I'm a veterinarian as well as a physician. When you put an animal into the feedlot to go to Ruth Chris's Steakhouse, you want to fatten them up. So we know how to do that. So I just reverse engineered it all. And sure enough, it turns out that obesity is a simple nutritional deficiency disease. When you have a nutritional deficiency disease, you get cravings, you get pica, you get cribbing, and you eat more, and you eat more, and you eat more. And there's one called Prader-Willi disease, where kids overeat so much they blow their stomach up, eating 40 hot dogs and that kind of stuff. They just have this insatiable appetite. They eat and they eat and they eat and they gain weight. Well, this is a simple nutritional deficiency disease. Even in January of 2009, the Loyola University School of Medicine in Chicago said that exercise will not prevent or cure obesity or being overweight. 8 months later, in August of 2009, a cover article, Time magazine, said, oops, there's a myth here. Exercise won't make you lose weight. That's because you have to also give up calories. Well, you'll gain the weight back as soon as you slow down on the exercise, start eating again. That's because they haven't dealt with the basic root cause of being overweight and obese. That is a mineral deficiency. And, of course, the appetite thing is a factor of mineral deficiencies. What I want you to do is, again, get the book Hell's Kitchen. The subtitle is The Cause, Prevention, Cure of Obesity. When you buy the book Hell's Kitchen from your Youngevity associate, ask him for a free copy of the CD by the same title, Hell's Kitchen. Then I want you to get a hold of the book Rare Earths Forbidden Cures, Rare Earths Forbidden Cures. And that book, you want to read chapters 4, 5, and 6, which talks about pica and cribbing. This is the reason for people eating weird things and gaining weight, because if they eat weird things that have calories in them, they're going to gain weight. If they eat weird things that don't have calories in them, they won't eat weight. They won't gain weight, excuse me. And this is a very simple process. Try it out. Get on the 90 for Life, appropriate for your body weight. There's one Healthy Start pack per 100 pounds of body weight, and you throw in the Slender FX Weight Management System Shake. It's a meal replacer. It costs about $1.15 per meal. And it only has 110 calories in it. Throw a couple of eggs in there, and there's no sugar in it because it's just really great for diabetics that need to lose weight. And then you throw in ASAP, as slim as possible, as soon as possible, and you'll lose about anywhere from a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. And, of course, here's the magic, folks. The magic of this system is you'll never gain the weight back as long as you stay on the 90 for Life, appropriate for body weight, because the cause of being overweight and obese is not lack of exercise, it's not eating too much. It is, in fact, a simple mineral deficiency. Again, chapters 4, 5, and 6 in the book Rare Earths Forbidden Cures, and Hell's Kitchen, the book, the subtitle is The Cause, Prevention, and Cure of Obesity. And this just works like a charm. We have people who lose, again, anywhere from a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. They'll lose 140 pounds in 100 days. They lose 60 pounds in 45 days. This is common. We do this thousands and thousands of times a month. We've got to be the most successful weight loss program on earth because it's the only one that actually deals with the basic root cause of being overweight and obese. That is a mineral deficiency. People always say, well, which one is it? Well, any mineral deficiency will cause you to have pica, cribbing, okay? This desire to eat, nibbling. Any mineral deficiency will do that. But there's two minerals. If you're deficient in any one of them, you'll be one of those 400-pound people. If you're deficient in both of these minerals, you could be an 800-pound or 1,200-pound person. It happens all the time. And, of course, doctors' approach is gastric bypass. They give you speed to dampen your appetite down, ramp up your metabolism. And then, of course, you have these companies that deliver food to you. Well, we have Go Foods. Okay, Go Foods are great. It's only like $1 or something, $1.20 per meal. Go Foods. Half of them are gluten-free. They're all non-GMO. So you can actually throw Go Foods into your weight loss program. And there's another way to control calories and control portion size. These meals have a shelf life of 25 years, right? And they're individually packed, and vacuum packed. I mean, this is really a great way to control calories and control portion size. I mean, this is such a great program. I get excited about it. Myself, I lost 40 pounds. I was 40 pounds overweight for many years because we'd have meetings after the meetings after the meetings. We'd eat at every one of them. So I was getting, 5,000 calories a day, and I gained a lot of weight. Well, as soon as I got, my thinking right, and I only ate 2 meals. I only eat 2 meals a day now, and I kind of snack in the middle of the day with a piece of cheese and some grapes or something like that. But I have 2 good meals a day, one at breakfast, one at dinner time. And then I take my 90 essential nutrients. And it never fails. It never fails. I lost my 40 pounds, and I have not gained the weight back. I have witnesses. Shar is one of our witnesses. She's seen me lose the weight over the last couple of years and keep it off for, I've kept it off for about 5 years. You can do it, too. Don't forget, Hell's Kitchen, the book. The subtitle is The Cause, Prevention, Cure of Obesity. Don't forget, Hell's Kitchen, the book. And also get the free CD, Rare Herbs Bin Cures, Chapters 4, 5, and 6. Get the Slender FX Weight Management System shakes. Get the 90 for Life program, appropriate for 100 pounds of body weight, and ASAP. And the magic is you never gain the weight back. We'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd be talking about something that I've heard you talk about for a number of years. And that is binge eating, as we have a Reuters news story. Actually, I got this one from Fox, but it was carried on Reuters as well. And the headline reads, Binge eating, most common eating disorder in U.S. garners more attention. And they highlight a specific individual, a 52-year-old man who's a binge eater. And he says it's nothing to literally go and eat a whole cake and a pint of ice cream in about 20 minutes and then want to go and usually go and get more. So he said he's not alone in his struggle with binge eating, or BED as they call it. It's the most common binge eating disorder in the U.S., affecting 3.5% of women and 2% of men, according to the National Eating Disorders Association, or NEDA. And they say the American Psychiatric Association Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders has now added binge eating to its 5th edition, and that move has prompted both researchers and physicians to pay more attention to the illness. And according to Dr. Russell Marks, a former chief science editor or officer for NEDA, he says this is a serious psychiatric disorder. They say it's defined as eating larger than normal quantity of food within a 2-hour time frame 3 to 4 times a week. And according to Marjorie Cohn, she's a registered dietitian, said some binge eaters can consume 20,000 calories in one sitting. So now, Doc, they are saying that this is in the same realm as other psychiatric disorders such as bipolar disorder, depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. So I thought you might have a different take on that.
Okay, sure. Just as the monologue today, of course, we talked about pica and cribbing and nibbling and so forth. Binge eating is just an exaggeration of that behavior. Remember, I said there are 2 minerals, which you're going to be a 400-600 pounder, 800 pounder, 1,200 pound person if you're deficient in both those minerals. All mineral deficiencies will cause you to have cravings and binge eat. But if you want to weigh 400, 600, 800, 1,200 pounds, you need to be deficient in these 2 minerals. Okay, which ones are they? Well, very simple: phosphorus and iron. Wait a minute, this guy eats plenty of meat. This guy is supplementing, and the supplements have iron in it, and they're eating plenty of food with phosphorus in it. Well, how can they be deficient in that? Because in every case, they have a gluten intolerance, and they cannot absorb these minerals, even if they're consuming them. So there's a combination problem here, just the opposite of what you think. When you're overweight, you have a malabsorption problem. You can absorb calories, but you cannot absorb minerals, and that's the problem. And it drives you to eat more and more and more. That's why pregnant women have binge eat. That's why pregnant women are legendary for eating weird things, pickles and ice cream, quarts of ice cream. They'll eat 200 cookies. I've known women who will actually eat 100 donuts in a day when they're pregnant. So they gain 40, 50 pounds. Why is that? Because the embryo is stealing minerals from them faster than they're taking them in. So, again, Doug, the psychiatrists need a psychiatrist. This is a simple nutritional deficiency. I guarantee you they're going to find a drug combination, and they'll put people on drugs. They'll recommend gastric bypass and all this kind of stuff. Really what they need is the 90 for Life, appropriate for body weight. They throw in the Slender Effects Weight Management System for portion control and calorie control. Throw in the ASAP. And, of course, this is considered, along with depression and bipolar disease, a chemical imbalance. Not that you need chemicals, but you need vitamins and minerals. The more vitamins and minerals you take, the slimmer you get. This is very simple. You want to understand it? Get Hell's Kitchen, the book. Ask for your free copy of the CD by the same title, Hell's Kitchen. Get the book, Rare Earth-Been Cures, and read chapters 4, 5, and 6, and you'll know more about binge eating than all the psychs in the world. Thank you, Doug. Super. We'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Ohio. And Rebecca, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Rebecca. You're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Wallach.
Hi, how can I help you?
I see you on Benny Hinn about a month ago, so I've been on your products for about 2.5 weeks. For 3 days, I've been on the good foods only. I have a problem with cellulitis on my face. Instead of consulting you first, I went right to the internet looking for your products, and I purchased a case of the Ultimate Classic and a case of the plant-derived minerals and a case of the EFA.
Okay.
Yesterday, I got through to Dr. Peter Glidden.
Okay.
And explained to him some of my health problems. He told me to start the Healthy Start Pack for 90 days, but I've already got a case of the others.
Okay, well, we'll stop there. Stop there a second. Let me ask you a couple of questions. And did you order this product because you had the cellulitis on your face, or were there other deeper issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, whatever?
I have a problem with absorbing nutrients. I needed an enzyme. A couple of years back, I found a natural doctor that put me on an enzyme. He has
okay, well, let's stop there again. Stop. Okay, so you have trouble absorbing food. Do you know why you have trouble absorbing food?
No.
Okay, now let me ask you a couple of questions here before we move forward. We need to get this basic information out before we get more complicated here. First of all, how long have you had cellulitis on your face?
For 2 years. It comes back every 6 months, like clockwork.
Okay, now, when it comes back, does it come back in the wintertime or the summertime?
It's been every 6 months.
Okay, so, I mean, would you say that, wait a minute, would you say that it's more of the time you have it, it's in the wintertime or the summertime?
Probably more winter. Absolutely.
Okay. I would guess that. Okay, now, I already know what the problem is, but I want to get a little more information from you. When you were a child, did you have any respiratory problems like asthma or chronic bronchitis?
Not that I know of. I did have impetigo all over my legs as a child.
Okay. So impetigo on your leg is very similar to cellulitis on your face. Okay, now, we're getting closer here. Have you ever had any belly problems like bloating, belly pain? Did you ever complain to your mama when you were a baby? You know, oh, Mama, my stomach hurts or anything like that?
Yes, I have very, very gassy, and just recently had hernia surgery back in August of 2013.
Okay, is this belly button hernia or inguinal hernia?
Right above the belly button, about 2 inches, right in the center.
Okay, were you born with this hernia?
No, I did it working out.
Okay, very good. Now, do you have children?
Yes, 2.
Okay, they have any health problems, any skin problems or asthma or belly problems?
My daughter has eczema on her arms.
Okay, we got to run one of these message moments. We already have it here, so hang on. We'll be back with you and your answers after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to Ohio and Rebecca. Now, Shar, are you there?
I'm here.
This is a Shar question. What do you think this lady's problem and her kids' problems are?
I know. She has a gluten intolerance, no question about it.
Absolutely. Of course, this has manifested itself as absorption problems. Impetigo, which is kind of like little pustules, could be called keratitis in the legs, back of the arms. You might interpret it as cellulitis on the face. This could also be called rosacea. And a hernia can be caused by a lack of certain minerals. What mineral deficiencies would cause an elastic fiber and connective tissue breakdown, Shar?
Copper, lack of copper.
Perfect, very good. And so you can actually create a hernia. You can create an aneurysm, spider veins, varicose veins. Now, last question here, Rebecca. Do you have any gray hair? Any white hair?
No, and I diet, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, so you color your hair so you wouldn't know. Okay, very good. So what do you weigh?
140, and I'm 5'4".
5'4", 140. Okay, well, okay, 140. Okay, so what would you do for this lady and her children, Shar?
Well, actually, she said she ordered a case of the Classic, which is really a good product.
Yep.
I mean, it's an excellent product. She should take the Classic, the EFAs, and take the products that she's got and get on a gluten-free diet. Stay on a gluten-free diet.
Yeah, you don't have to order any products. Char's exactly right. You could take 1 ounce of the 1 ounce of the Ultimate Classic, and I would divide it up. So you're taking a half ounce, which is a tablespoon of breakfast and dinner. It has the calcium in it, so you don't have to order the extra calcium. And you got the EFAs. Go ahead and take 2 or 3 of those twice a day. Go ahead and take a tablespoon of the plant minerals at breakfast and dinner. And again, as Shar says, a gluten-free diet, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats, no fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, and no oils, no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils. You want to do the same thing for your children. And let's see here. We didn't establish how old you are. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay. So your kids aren't old enough to have their own kids, but it's imperative you get your kids on this program too, because they have the same disease. You've passed it on to them through the cord blood. It's not genetically passed on, but it is passed on through the cord blood. And if you don't get them straightened out now, the girls particularly will pass this on to their children. You can stop this whole cycle by getting them on a gluten-free diet, giving them the 90 essential nutrients appropriate for their body weight, and then call us every couple of weeks because you're going to be a new woman there. But for the cellulitis, a.k.a. rosacea on your face, it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and Shar. You've been using our skin products. There's one called Therapy from the Soul Purpose, correct? Is that correct? Therapy?
Yep. Soul Purpose, yep.
Yep. You might try that. Just put a little dab in one place and has a lot of menthol on it. Just make sure it doesn't feel like it's stinging. You might give that a try for the topical on your face and legs and your kids' skin. Thank you, Rebecca. Give us a call every 2 weeks. We'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to Michigan. And Robert, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Robert. You're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Yeah, I'm calling for my cousin. He is 11 years old and weighs about 60 pounds, and he has some mental issues. He has ADHD, high anxiety. He's also emotionally impaired and has a mild form of Tourette's. And things are getting pretty bad. He just had to change schools and everything, so I was wondering what we could do for him.
Okay, let's see, 11 years old. When did all this start? I mean, he wasn't born this way. When did it start? When he was 2? When he was 8?
He was probably when he first got started with school. 5, 6. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, well, these things are all nutritional deficiency diseases. There's usually an underlying problem. Does he have any history of asthma or skin problems?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Does he have any brothers and sisters?
Yes, 3.
Okay. Do they have any history of asthma or skin problems?
No.
Okay. Do any of them have any bowel problems, constipation, diarrhea, complaints about their stomach?
One of the brothers does.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about the mom? Does she have any respiratory problems, skin problems, or bowel problems?
Yes, digestive problems, yes.
Okay. Now we're talking about irritable bowel syndrome. We're talking about colitis, diverticulitis.
I think just a lot of constipation.
Okay. Okay, Shar, this is a Shar thing.
Yeah, I know. It's another gluten intolerance, no question about it. And that would account for the fact that he's got learning, problems and everything because he's not absorbing any kind of nutrients that he is maybe getting.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you eat, it's what you absorb that counts. Shar is exactly right. And so what has to happen here is everybody in this family, everybody in that household, including the dad, the mother, all the kids, the dog, the cat, the bird, the fish, has to be gluten-free. because of cross-contamination in the laundry, the beds, the food preparation services, the rugs, the couches, and the front of the TV, all that kind of stuff. I mean, we're talking drop-dead gluten-free, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils. And the kids like to listen to that CD, Serial Killers. They like to listen to it, and it shows them where the hidden gluten is. It's easy to give up bread and pasta, but the hidden gluten in tomato soup and ice cream and yogurt, you got to read labels very carefully. I went to the grocery store yesterday and had to read 17 labels on a pint of ice cream from different brands of ice cream to find one that said it was gluten-free. You think, well, vanilla ice cream is vanilla ice cream. No, if they process it on the same equipment that processes Moose Tracks or cookies and cream, ice cream, they got a lot of gluten in there. And there's cross-contamination. And so this is imperative. Also, they got to give up sugar. It contributes to ADD, ADHD, anxiety, Tourette syndrome. And I had that when I was 9 years old, and by taking the 90 essential nutrients, I got rid of it in 3 days. And it was progressively getting worse over a 5-year period. It started when I was 4. By the time I was 9, it was really, really bad, very disruptive. And got rid of it in 3 days just by taking the 90 essential nutrients twice a day. So this young fellow is 60 pounds. I'd get him one Healthy Start pack, and that'll last him 2 months. Would also get him the de-stress capsules, have him take 2 of those twice a day. It'll require 1 bottle a month to pull that off. And let's see here, I would also give him the Smart FX, and that would be the 2 of those twice a day, 1 bottle a month of the Smart FX. It's raw materials for the brain to make neurotransmitters for cognition, problem-solving, sociability, memory, that sort of stuff. And don't forget, 1 Healthy Start pack per 100 pounds of body weight. Well, that's 1 Healthy Start pack is going to last this kid 2 months. Close enough. And, of course, everybody in the household has got to do the same thing based on body weight. Okay, give us a call every 2 weeks, Robert. Let us know how this child is doing. This is an easily solvable problem from a nutritional direction. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Well, let's head to California. And Roosevelt, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Roosevelt. You're on the air. Hello, Roosevelt.
Yes, hi, Dr. Wallach. Yes, Dr. Wallach. How are you?
Okay, how can we help you?
Okay, I'm a 62-year-old Vietnam veteran.
Okay.
I have glaucoma, and currently I'm on the meds, morning timolol and timolol malatate, and also in the evening I take Latravsport.
Okay, now do you have any other issues?
Latravsport.
Do you have any other
Yes,
issues other than the glaucoma?
Yes, I do. I have gum disease and bone loss.
Okay.
I'm losing all my top teeth.
Okay. Let's see here. Do you have any skin problems, any eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, or rosacea?
No, just a little itching. Just a little itching around my wrist.
Okay.
Sometimes I notice a little itching.
Okay, sometimes you're a little itchy. All right. Did you have asthma as a kid?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Let's see here. Well, you've got gum disease, you got receding gums, that sort of stuff, periodontal disease, loose teeth, you're losing your teeth, you're kind of skin itchy glaucoma, which is vascular disease in the eye. How would you approach this one, Shar?
Basically, he's got high blood pressure. That's what causes the glaucoma, so he needs the calcium, and I would give him the Ultimate Daily too, just in case his arteries are all plugged up. So I'd give him a healthy bone and joint pack, and I would give him the extra daily too.
Okay, how much do you weigh, Roosevelt?
I weigh about 138.
Okay.
But can I say thing though about my blood pressure? My blood pressure is excellent. What it contributes to my glaucoma? About 5 years ago, they told me they had taken a picture of my eyes about 8 years prior to that, and they said my eyes were in excellent shape. But all of a sudden, they said, now you have to have some kind of terrible injury because your nerves, it's a disintegration of my nerves associated with the eye. They say your nerves are associated with a man 90-something years old. He said, but when we took the picture of your eyes back 8 years ago, whatever, said, you are in excellent shape as far as the eyes go. Now, otherwise, I'm in excellent shape. My blood pressure is probably ideal for a 19-year-old person.
Okay, well, hang on now. I want you to listen and get your pen and paper out. Here we go. Char's exactly right. 138 pounds, that puts you on one healthy bone and joint pack per month. I'd get an extra bottle of the OsteoFX Plus so you can take an ounce at breakfast, ounce at dinner. That's going to deal with the osteoporosis and bone loss in your face and gums and so forth. Also, I would have you take, let's see here, you're going to take one scoop of the Beyond Tangerine NutriCrystals 2.0 at breakfast and one scoop at dinner time. The 3 EFA Pluses, I want you to take one at breakfast, one at lunch, one at dinner. And then I want you to, of course, take the selenium. I need you to take 2 of those twice a day as 1 bottle a month. And for the glaucoma, Char said you need the Ultimate Daily Tablets. Do not stop your medication. Let the doctor do that based on his exams and the pressure. Take 3 of those tablets twice a day. That's 1 bottle a month. Call me every 2 weeks, Roosevelt. We'll be back after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Online, the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity and 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Germany. And Gottfried, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Gottfried, you're on the air.
Hey, Doc, thank you very much.
You bet. What's up, sir?
I reckon at least 100% of people on longevity came into longevity because they were let down greatly by the MDs. Can you kindly tell us how you reverse diabetic from this guy in Missouri with these lab companies?
Okay. Well, Missouri, okay, you're talking about Jerry Murphy.
That's right.
Yeah, Jerry Murphy, yeah. And basically what we did, he weighed like 198 pounds. It was actually when we started, he was 241 pounds. But he had terrible type 2 diabetes and all the medications. This guy owns the 3rd largest medical laboratory in America. He had access to the best endocrinologist. He had access to and had his fingers on the pulse of all the research that was going on, the new drugs coming out for diabetes, and he was failing. He was starting to get numbness in the feet, and he was looking forward to getting his feet cut off. He was losing his vision. And so to make a long story short, we got him on 2 of the healthy blood sugar packs per month, a gluten-free diet, and we had him check his fasting blood sugar every morning before he medicated himself. And he was medicating himself with insulin and pills. And basically, he got 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, and 3 of the Sweeties twice a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner. And, of course, he had to check his fasting blood sugar in the morning before he medicated himself. And then he reduced his medication. And within 2.5 months, his blood sugar went from 171 down to, I think it was 104, okay? And then within a couple more months, it was down to like 79. And his A1C hemoglobin went from 7.9 down to 4.8. And this is, he was just shocked, of course. He was very surprised that I was able to do that. He was quite skeptical coming from the medical industry. But now he's one of our best friends, and he has all his employees on our program. He saves himself an enormous amount of money because he's able to reduce the amount of health insurance he has to provide for his employees because they're on our programs and they're healthy. And so, yeah, Jerry Murphy's a great example of what you can do for diabetes. And we do this a lot. We have literally thousands of people here, thousands, maybe tens of thousands of people every year that we're able to wean off their medication when they have type 2 diabetes. And it's very quick. Usually, I tell people, give it 60, 90 days, but usually before that. I've had people get rid of their diabetes and get their blood sugar in the normal range within sometimes 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. And so this is because, Gottfried, type 2 diabetes is not a genetic disease. Char, what's the basic root cause of type 2 diabetes? It's not genetic. What is it?
No, type 2 diabetes is basically when all your cells turn from a watery coating membrane to a peanut butter coating over them, and the sugar can't get into the cell to be used as energy, and you get tired all the time. and the poison, the waste, can't get out to be excreted.
What's the secret sauce to make those cells recognize the insulin signal?
Sweeties.
You got it, girl. Sweeties. And so, Godfrey, there's the answer to the question. We want to help our German brothers and sisters. You are the man. We look forward to working with you more and more. We're so proud of you. Thank you so very much. Okay, Doug, how much time we got here?
You got about 20 seconds here.
20 seconds. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take it and remind everybody about our new product, Immortality. Excuse me, that's the book, Immortality. It's Immortalium. Immortalium. We got to use that name, Immortalium. And this product, Immortalium, helps your telomeres live longer. Instead of 51 duplications, like the Hayflick limit says, we're going to have the Wallach limit. We haven't found it yet. It might be 50. It might be 100. Who knows how many duplications we're going to get? It's exciting. We're doing all the research. This is going to be fun. Get Immortalium. Well, thank you, Doug. Thank you, Billy. Superlative job as usual. Thank you, Shar. Very great job today. And thank you, everybody. Great testimonies. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.